And welcome back. Well, kids like me are lucky. I am the baby of the family. There was no jealousy, there were no cares upon arrival in my case. However, what about older siblings who are now no longer the center of mom and dad's attention? How do they adjust? Well, that question is exactly why Kelly Melton wrote this book. Did you say baby? She's here to help all those who are introducing a new sibling to the mix. I'm so excited to welcome Kelly to the Morning Blend. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. This book is beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, so I need to know, where do you fall, or do you have siblings at all?
I do. I have one sibling, and she's younger than I am.
So you went through this. How old were you when that sibling came into the family?
1.5.
So you probably don't remember much, right? But I think that's so interesting because your character in the book, tell us a little bit about it, because he's what, 6 years old when he gets a new sibling?
Old. Yes.
So tell us a little bit about it.
So Raylan is a 6-year-old only child. He gets all of his parents' attention. Mom and dad play games with him. They have so much fun, and now mom is having a baby. So she is excited, dad is excited, and they tell Raylan all about it. You're gonna be a big brother, and they want to share the excitement with him, but he's not feeling that way.
Because he's no longer, he's thinking about all the reasons he's not going to be the star of the family, the center of attention.
Exactly.
Okay, so as you wrote this, now, is it true that you wrote this when you were in high school?
I did. I wrote it in high school.
How is this possible? That's amazing.
Yes.
But you didn't self-publish until this last year or so.
That's correct. I self-published during the pandemic. I was going through an imposter syndrome, like not feeling like what I was doing was enough and had a big impact on the community. So I felt like I needed to do something bigger.
Yeah.
So I'm in school now. I'm at UWM. I'm in my Cultural Foundations of Community Engagement and Education program.
For your master's.
For my master's.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do something else. So I added author to my list of things to do.
You know, I think it's, I think that's something, as you mentioned, sort of this imposter syndrome and sort of like thinking about what kind of legacy you want to leave. That's really kind of what you were doing, and so many people resonate with that. I truly believe everyone has a book inside of them.
Yes.
So writing this, what have you heard? Because I know you've got an experience with kids. Why was it so important to talk to other kids? Because that's who this book is really for parents to share with kids who are introducing a sibling. Why is that so important to you?
It's important to me because conversations with children in general are important to me. Just building social connection with your children, putting down those tablets and turning off the TV and just actually connecting with children is really important to me as a child care provider. So I feel like sitting down, reading books, mothers and fathers, is really important to have those conversations. And just like talking about change in general, whether it be moving out of town, whether it be divorce, whether it be any big changes, because anytime children have any issues like with behavior in schools or childcare, the first thing the educator will ask is, what's going on at home? So we want to make sure we are connecting with our children, we are communicating with our children, and even if we need any assistance with like a therapist or a counselor, we want to make sure we're having those conversations with children.
And you obviously care about early literacy too.
Yes, absolutely.
So valuable and important. We know that before 6, you've got to have a lot of that reading and writing, or reading, I guess, more ability, right?
Reading and writing all together.
Both.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't remember when you start writing, you know?
Yeah, you get the pencil in your hand, you're just, learning how to write your letters, all of that is important with early literacy. So you want to get them in the habit of wanting to read, loving to read, and learning words, learning letters, and all of that good stuff, writing their names. So all of that is very important for before 5.
We have a lot of parents who are home, a lot of moms on bed rest, a lot of people who've just had kids who watch our show. So if there's somebody at home who's introducing a new sibling, what kind of tips can you give to parents, that Raylan uses in the book, and his parents use to help him be more comfortable with his new baby sister?
Talk to your children, reassure them that they are loved, and continue to do those routine things that you do. If you go get haircuts on Fridays, continue to do those things. If you have Taco Tuesday, do those things. And then just when a baby comes, encourage them to bring the baby in with the normal traditions that you have. But continue to do those traditions and make your child feel loved. Let them know that there will be change, but we can get comfortable with the change.
And I love the fact that you wrote this book for also the importance of representation in community.
Yes.
And that's something that was obviously very important to you too. And we know how important that is to people to have books that represent people of color. So
Yes.
that was important to you too.
It's very important for for children to see characters that look like them in books. And it was important for me to be a Black woman author. At my first book signing, I had children coming up to me to get my autograph and say that they wanted to write a book. And I didn't know the impact that I would have on the community just by being a Black author. So that was new to me. So I intentionally had African American characters in the book so they can see themselves in the book, but I didn't realize that I would also be making an impact and they'll be able to see themselves in me.
Well, I'm very proud, and I believe you're leaving a very big legacy. I look forward to more books from you, Kelly. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure. Again, Kelly Melton's children's book is called Did You Say Baby? And you can find it on Amazon.